10% of all the new cars sold in Iowa come from the Carl Auto Group. Our neighbors trust us to have the largest selection and the highest standards. To our current customers, thank you. And to our future customers, see for yourself why Carl drives Iowa.
Your dealer for life, it's the Carl way. Keen Project Solutions, a modern engineering and construction firm, embracing technology, establishing industry-leading systems and processes, and delivering reliable results to our customers. At Keen, we are passionate about inspiring our team and our customers to achieve great things, offering the highest quality services in commercial construction to deliver turnkey projects. Our core beliefs drive us forward. Protect people, build relationships, drive innovation, and focus on end goals, bringing our customers' desired results to life. See how Keen can work for you at ThinkDifferent.ThinkKeen.com.
We know that carrying your groceries out to your cars seems a bit old school. That saying hello and asking about your day feels like a thing of the past. Being best at fresh, it's not just a fad. Serving high-quality meat at affordable prices? Talk about a throwback. But at Fairway, that's kind of our thing. Because some things never go out of style. Friendly at Fairway, it's more than just a name.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic post-game show. I'm your host, Lea Nelson. Chris Williams is back in the studio, joining me in the Northwest Bank studio. I would say it comes up short, 24-19. We've got a lot to talk about, but before we get started, let me thank a couple of our sponsors. As always, shout out to Channel Seed. They are the presenting sponsor for pregame, halftime, and postgame shows over here at Cyclone Fanatic.
Thank you.
And I also want to shout out our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery. I hope everyone was able to stop there and grab some stuff for their tailgating needs. And lastly, Keen Project Solutions. If you're looking for a career that challenges and inspires you, make sure you check out Keen Project Solutions. They are growing and hiring engineers and project managers. Visit ThinkDifferent.ThinkKeen.com today to apply. All right, Chris. Very tough game all around.
Yeah.
Really
You hear me
tough.
okay?
Yep.
Okay,
You sound
good.
with
Sorry,
your
little mic
AirPod.
issues here, but we're good here. Yeah, no, we start the show and everybody's thinking about Ben Bramer.
Right.
That was, man, I've been doing this a long time now, and I've never seen anything like that in this stadium as far as the reaction to the personnel, because it was very clear when I think the word collapse is appropriate, is what it looked like.
Yep.
It was very clear that something was seriously wrong, and one of the workers kind of gave like a signal, which I'm guessing in their world is like an emergency signal. I'm guessing they have hand signals to get the cart, and that cart was out there within seconds of him dropping like that, and it was really kind of just jaw-dropping for everybody here, because you're upset about the game and the game's not going the way you want, and then you see a guy go down like that, and my heart kind of went to Rocco in that moment because it was not a good throw. And then he comes out and throws a pick right at, and I really wanted him to win that game at the end, so that Rocco could, and just all those guys, so that they could have that for Ben. We don't have any updates. If you're asking in the chats, I don't know. I'm assuming that, given how dramatic that was for everybody who was watching it in person and on television, Iowa State will likely handle that in a press release of some sort, because I can't imagine we're going to have all the information at Matt's press conference, which is coming up. So follow us, obviously, at Cyclone Fanatic. There's some things more important in the game than that, and that is certainly it. It was really kind of traumatic, I think, for everybody here, because it was the way he went down. I don't know how much you could see on TV, Leah.
A lot. It was really scary, and then we had texts coming in just saying how silent Jack Trice Stadium was.
Very much so, and they were doing stuff to him out there that looked like it. And I'm not a doctor, but it was more than like a concussion protocol. I mean, clearly it looked almost like heart / brain, like seizure type stuff that was going on out there. So I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it didn't look like a guy just got his bell rung.
Right.
We'll put it that way.
Yes.
So we'll move on from there. I mean, this was a disappointing loss, obviously, like in so many ways. There's a part of you too that it's like, even if Iowa State goes down the field and wins it there, like you feel like you're happy, but the team didn't play well.
Right.
And we got a major problem at quarterback, and I don't know what's going on there, but Rocco Becht is at this point really hurting the team, and I hate saying that. I love him, and it's not all on him. There's still a lot of drop passes. There's still a lot of things happening that are not of his control. The defense could certainly be better, although I would argue they gave up 24 points today. That should be enough to win.
Right. Yeah.
This game with this offense, like, that should be enough to win. They weren't perfect, but that should be enough to win. And he's out there 18 of 36, just bad misses, bad reads, and like just the last play of the game, right? Like, if you hit the receiver in stride, Iowa State's got a shot to win the thing there. He's just not making plays, and what's frustrating is we've seen him be a really, really good quarterback to the point where it was just this season where we were having the conversation of like where he fits in the hierarchy in the history of Iowa State football. But it's completely fallen off, and that doesn't have anything to do with injuries. That doesn't have anything to do with play calls. That doesn't have anything to do with the running game. It's just casual plays he's been making his whole career. He's not now, for one reason or another, and that's where the people who get paid a lot of money to do this will figure that out. And the other issue is, we saw it again today, is we've seen time and time again when Rocco does make the play, there's drops.
Yeah.
And I can't figure that out. Like, just the first series of the game, Soel dropped one, and it's just like, man, like, your quarterback is having this massive confidence problem. We can all see it. But you can't do anything, like, when you're just burying this guy. You got to help him out in some capacity. It was really frustrating. This one, I feel a lot like I did after the Colorado game, because I don't think, man, like, that's a shell of what Arizona State is without their quarterback and Jordan Tyson. Like, that's not a very good version of Arizona State football that we saw today. And, it was really, I said to Aiden and Ben Hutchins, who was sitting next to me, it was shocking to me that Iowa State still had a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like
It
that.
didn't feel like there was going to be a chance for the last couple of minutes in the game, but then you kind of look at the score and you look where Iowa State's positioned, and it's kind of shocking. But again, like, deep down, it really didn't feel like it. So.
No. So, where do you go from here? It's like, there's not a lot much you can pull from. Defensively today, I'll be interested to see the participation report. A lot of guys, they're scrapping there. There's a lot of new guys out there. They're playing true freshmen. They're moving people around. And, they gave up that really high-profile run, the 88-yarder, which was maddening because we knew exactly what Jeff Sims was going to do. He can't throw. My analysis on what happened there is that they were loading up the line early. Arizona State completed a couple of passes early. Iowa State got less aggressive as it lost the lead. And then they should have just been attack. That's what I would have done. But they did clamp down in the second half, and Arizona State, again, only had that one touchdown run, and that was their only score of the second half. But, I hate doing this because football is a team game.
Yeah.
And it's all complementary, and all the different aspects of it have to work, especially here in the way that Campbell's built this thing. But the offense has to win these games. It just does. Leah, from your world, like, you can't just expect to win every softball game 1-0.
No.
Right? You have to. We've talked about this since you've been doing the show with me. You have to be able to win different types of games. And the time after time again this year, the group that's supposed to be the leaders is letting this down. And again, it's a team thing. Like, I'm not saying the defense is perfect. It's certainly not. I think they got some talent problems on that side of the ball. Obviously, the injuries, all of that. But this is how many games now where, despite everything, the offense has a chance to take care of this at the end, and they can't. For one reason or another, they can't do it. And I honestly think, and this sounds extreme, I think you have to consider making a quarterback change.
I was just going to ask, what have you liked to see someone different toward the end of the game?
You, at the very least, I think you have to consider it. I'm telling you, like what we're watching right now, I had a friend say to me this week, and I think it was very accurate, the movie Maverick, like Rocco's got a confidence problem like Maverick. And I would say, like, I would do another Tom Cruise movie. He's like Cole Trickle coming off of the injury after, like, he can't, there's something going on. He's not the same guy. And maybe sitting out would help him. I don't know. That's what I just.
It could. It's so hard to, when you're in your head, to get out of it.
He's in a slump. He's got the yips. I don't know. Use whatever you want. I think you have to look, and this is where it's like, I'm not going to like call for it because I don't know these two freshmen, Mansky and Moberly, but I do know that I had no faith that offense was going to lead them down and score. Where it used to be, I had give Rocco 40 seconds.
Yeah, and he'll get it done.
Right, and what's frustrating is I think Iowa State might have the best offensive line that it's had since the Fiesta Bowl team. They're running the ball. Well, let's see right here. Average yards per rush today was, over right around 5 or 6. That's really good. Like, that's really, really good. There's no reason for this. I think you have to consider it. I don't know if you want to do that on the road at TCU next week, which is maybe the toughest game of the entire season as far as the analytics would tell you. But I just think you have to consider it.
You've got to try something, because it kind of seems like at this point in the season, put it all out there. What do you have to lose?
You have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Now, it could be a deal, too, where you wait until after the bye week if you're going to make a quarterback change, but screw it. Like, Brock Purdy's first start was on the road.
Yeah.
And even if you do it, like, the way I look at it, it's not you're benching him for good. It's trying to get him right.
Yeah.
He's your guy. Like,
yeah, have him help in other ways.
I'm not writing him off. He's going to go, like, he's going to figure it out at some point. I truly figure, but, like, I almost think, too, like, after Bramer got hurt, like, God, like, I don't think you can bench him there, but, like, could he even be expected to go out and...
Right. His mind's probably all over the place.
Oh, my gosh. And I just was sick for him. Like, I wanted to throw up when he threw the pick. But the problem was it didn't surprise me either. I'm like, well, I hate saying it, and it makes me really uncomfortable because that's how much I think of him as a player and as a person, and I know what he means to that locker room. But I'm telling you, you can't win with quarterback play like this. You just can't. It's not possible. Like, they got to do something, and I don't know, like that. And it will be a conversation, even if they say publicly it's not. They have to be looking at this, and you have to talk about it. And you also, there's just a lot of conversations that, like, it's not just him. The whole team has regressed.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. Again, like, the defense, like, I think is really, other than a couple of quarters in the losing streak, has been maybe even better than I thought it would be when they lost the corners. It's not good, but it's like, all things considered, it is what it is. but I just cannot put a finger on why this offense is underperforming the way that it is all the way around. And the other thing, too, and I said this earlier this week on my show with Bloom, like, I think they're playing too many guys at wide receiver. It's just like I can't even keep track of all the guys they're playing.
Yeah.
And it feels like their timing and rhythm and all that stuff is just completely off. And maybe that has something to do with it, too. Maybe that's hurting Rocco. Maybe Noah Pauly, the wide receivers coach, needs to look at shortening the rotation a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a genius here, but I'm telling you, like, he doesn't look right to me. And when you have a guy who 5 weeks ago was literally being mentioned in Heisman Trophy conversations and now looks like this, he's either injured, he's completely out of it mentally, or they have completely coached him into the ground. It has to be one of those three. I don't know what it is. I don't. And I don't know if any of the other guys are better. I do know that they like those two freshmen a lot, but are they ready to go play Big 12 road games? I don't know.
You'll never know till you put them in and try. That's kind of how my mindset is.
Well, and that's kind of at halftime. I was kind of hoping we might see that.
Yeah. Well,
Just see if it adds a spark or something. But it really sucks. Like, this day was horrible. Like, the Bramer thing, and
Right.
then just it was raining.
I was going to say the weather looked horrible. It only got worse
truly
as the
one
game
of the
went
worst
on.
days that I can recall here in a long time when you combine everything.
At least some of the fans up in Section P were trying to enjoy it.
You know, they were having a good time. Yeah, they had a hell of a time. I do want to thank a couple of our other sponsors that I haven't given a shout out to yet, specifically our buddies, the Natuzel family. Actually meeting with them this week, going to go over finance stuff with my friends, the Natuzel family, with Raymond James. Remember them as you start planning for your end of year stuff. God, it's November. We're already seeing
Right.
the Christmas ads. Ain't that crazy?
I love it.
So, jeez, I bet you do, you sicko. Thank you to Natuzel Financial Services and also Central States Roofing. As I look at the rain coming down right now, I think of all your crappy roofs in your businesses that you need repaired. You call my friends over at Central States Roofing. They're going to fix that up real quick and get you a new one. They do commercial stuff all over Central Iowa. Great people at Central States Roofing. But yeah, I know I kind of monologued a lot there, but these are hard conversations.
Yeah.
These are not fun. These are not days that you look forward to when you get into this business. The Bramer thing is really hard. As you know, Leah, being a student athlete, a former one, like, you guys all like eat together. You all like,
It's like your family.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I said to Aiden, I go, there's something. Team has to go on. I understand that, but they literally just wheel them off on a stretcher, and then we just play football some more. And it's hard. Like, it's hard to understand how we can do that. And I'm not blaming. Like, you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
We do that in my sport, auto racing, all the time. Like, a guy we peel him up off the concrete and clean up the track, and then we go racing again. And it's just like, God, like, I'm watching those guys down on the field who live with him, you know, work out with him, practice. They do I don't know how you keep playing after watching that. Like, I was like shook.
Yeah.
And I know, and I've never seen Jack Trice that quiet.
I was gonna ask it. I got a text from one of my good friends who was at the game, and she's like, "It is the most silent I've ever heard." The entire stadium.
The only thing I could compare it to is when Celia had the tragedy, the women's golfer, however many years ago. That 2014, or I'm not sure what year that was, but we had the big ceremony on the field, and I remember like how eerie that. And again, I don't know how this is going to end, but like, it was really scary to watch him collapse like that.
Yep.
It was like, I hope that, you know, on senior day coming up, like, he can run out onto the field, and like, it was just a really scary thing, and it was precautionary. Like, I hope that's what it. We don't know. Man, that was really a horrific scene. I just think about like what his parents were thinking, and like that. It was just really hard after that to be fired up about the football game.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It deflated everything, and I think it's a reminder that there's so much more to life than, winning and losing a football game. These are, college kids out there. So.
And he's a really great dude too.
Yes.
If you guys have ever had a chance to meet Ben, and I've had a couple run-ins with his dad. I don't know his mother, but they're really nice people. Midwestern folks who really love this place. So I just, I hope he's okay. He's got good people working on him. They did a great job. I was amazed by the response to have the cart out there as quickly as they did, and that's what those people train for. And they, from everything that we could see up here, man, it was fast, but just really a powerful moment in a terribly scary way. And again, I know they didn't win, but I give the guys credit for even playing.
I don't know how you continue after something like that.
Well, this sucks. Hopefully next week will be more fun.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad you were able to join us for the
thanks
post-game
for
show.
covering for me at halftime.
Oh my gosh,
I was sitting
of
with
course.
my 6-year-old in the first half, and she
It's
was
important duties.
Yeah, well, she was pretty ticked off at me because I took her cousins down onto the field before the game and not her, and she was pretty mad.
Oh, I would
She
be
felt
mad
pretty-
too.
She felt left out, and so we're gonna go and tailgate tonight and
Good.
make her.
Make
I
it
got a
up to her.
spoiler now. There you go.
As you
Thanks,
should.
Leah.
As you should.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you,
Chris.
buddy.
Appreciate you.